Hi, my name's Steve and this is the Seaside Allotment channel, and it's harvest day today, but I thought I'd quickly show you around Debbie's plot and give you a quick tour. This is our perennial plot, and you know, we do have a couple of annual beds in it, but the vast majority of it is perennial. That reduces the workload, it's good for wildlife, and it just looks really beautiful. So let me show you around. So this is Debbie's plot, and you can see why we call it the perennial plot, and it's gradually transitioning to more and more perennial planting, partly just because it looks beautiful, but it's also less work, but it is a little bit less productive as well. But that doesn't really matter because the other plots are so incredibly productive, but it definitely pulls its weight. So this used to be the flower border. Because we're not allowed flowers on the allotment anymore, this is leeks down the edge, and it's going to be an elderflower hedge, and the sunchokes at the end there. They grow so fast. And then down this edge we've got apple trees. Debbie's trained all these trees, and then a cherry tree. It's only a little baby, this one, so not much fruit on it yet. And another apple tree, and then gooseberries down here, and raspberries. And down the centre of this bed, sorrel, parsley, lavender I think, and the overwintered onions. A small batch there, but definitely good. And right down the end there is the Celeriac. And then goji berries, more apple trees, and a plum tree that never seems to have any plums on it. It always has plenty of blossom, but the plums just never survive. I can see maybe one there. But the chances of it actually getting harvested are pretty slim. It's a very sick tree, this one, unfortunately. We've got some red fen, red onions. They were grown from sets, strawberries, self-seeded fennel, sweet corn, and then the main herb bed, which is looking rather spectacular. And then this is going to be densely sown, or densely planted rather, snowball cauliflower. I think we're putting 12 plants in that little space. The theory being that we'll get 12 snowball sized cauliflowers, which would be just perfect for us. So there's more herbs here, and then we've got, what's this one? Burpees golden beetroot, and then little plastic planting pockets down the edge of this fence here. We've got strawberries, and then down the edge of this fence where we've just taken out the purple sprouting broccoli, we've got tomatoes, crimson crush. I'm going to put some sweet million in at the end there, and I'm not sure what we're into planting into the spaces yet, but we will see. And then here on the last of the annual beds we've got Romanesco cauliflower, except that doesn't look anything like a Romanesco cauliflower to me, but anyway, it's going to get harvested wherever it is. And then we've got the currant beds, huge quantities of currants, red currants, black currants, I don't know, pink currants, all sorts of different currants here. And I don't know, it's a huge crop this year. I definitely like this sunny weather, so it won't be long before we're harvesting these red currants, and no doubt Debbie will be making lots and lots of cordial. And then Debbie's just put this bed of asparagus in this year. It's growing pretty well. We've got a bed of asparagus on my plot, but never have enough asparagus apparently. And then in this little coal frame, this was actually from the back garden, brought from the back garden many years ago, repaired many, probably dozens of times, but at the moment it's got early strawberries in it. These kind of follow on from the ones in the polytunnel. And then we've got some perennial kale, some globe artichokes, all manner of different berries in this back border. I don't remember them all, but you can be pretty sure that there's blackberries in there and all these sort of crosses between blackberries and raspberries and things like that. More perennial kale, some more herbs, more berries, more artichokes, and then we're on to the fruit trees. And here we've got Williams pears, my favourite Concord pears, and I think this is another plum tree, but it's too young to fruit. And then we've got a little fig tree, and down this arch, more berries of various descriptions, gooseberries, and I can't remember what they're all called, these berries, because I either don't eat them or they're not yet fruited. Until I've eaten something, I generally can't remember its name. I'll probably ask Debbie and overlay the name. But I think that is pretty much it. So, hope you like this quick video. My name's Steve, this is the Allotment channel.